Simone here. Of course, we're about to get into some more vibes. I have Big Glue in the building with me. What's poppin'?
What's cracking, y'all? I'm all right. Everything's good. Just blessed to be here.
Okay, and of course he's an artist, so we're gonna get down. We're gonna dig in his brain. We're gonna see how. Nah, we ain't gonna see how smart you are, but we're gonna get in your business. Is that okay?
All right, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay, so we're gonna start light. Where are you from? Who you're representing? Where you're representing, I should say.
Well, I'm from Miami, Florida. You know, Coconut Grove to be exact. I'm Haitian-born American. Sac passé toute mon Haiti.
Ooh. Okay.
So you know, I represent a lot of people. You know, just coming with it every time. I'm in the place to be.
You're in the place to be. Okay,
Sure.
so we're gonna start from when you decided you wanted to be an artist. Not a rapper, but an artist, because you know there's a difference between a rapper and an artist, right?
Okay, I like that. Well, I first started writing rhymes in 11th grade, in the summer going into 12th grade. So I guess that's when I decided I wanted to be a rapper. But as far as artists, in 2014, as you know, I started looking into the details it take to make it. You know, I started really investing in myself and kind of thinking outside of the box, like, you know, not just putting all my energy on the rhyme book, but really looking at like what it is that these guys got going on and make it work.
Okay, so was it you being an artist, was it the money that drove you to want to be an artist, or you really feel like your talent is going to get you to the top?
I could say I felt happy that I was really good at something, you know? Because I always been good at sports and like that. But you know, kind of around 11th grade, I seen like that wasn't really gonna be the route. And I grew up in a house full of artists, you know, like my sister, she was the first rapper in the family. You know, shout out to Princess Michi. She kind of helped mold me, you know, in the earlier days. And when I started rapping, I was like, man, I'm actually good at this. And people at my school was like, nah, you great at this shit. So, you know, that's what really fueled me. You know, I understand like you get rich off of this and all that, but it's kind of the high I get from people liking my music.
Okay, you say you get a high off your music. Now,
yeah.
I just want to interrupt you real quick because, you know, some people feel when they got bars, they got lyrics, they good, and you're around a lot of people that's going to tell you your music good, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever came across somebody that said, nah, that's not it?
Nobody's ever told me it was trash or whack, but I did have some. It's a funny story. It's a high school story. When I was putting out my music or whatever, everybody was live and loving it. People had my ringtone. So, you know, I'm like, all right, I'm on fire, you feel me? I'm gonna show it to everybody. And then I showed it to this girl in my cooking class, and she ain't like it. And I'm like, man, you tripping. Everybody love me. Why you don't like it? And she told me, oh, I ain't like what you was talking about. You know, she told me, she was like, oh, I could tell you could rap, but I ain't like what you was talking about. So I like, damn, you know what? Like, that kind of taught me right there to be versatile, you know?
So are you versatile?
Yeah, very versatile.
Okay, because you know, me, when it's time for me to listen to music, I try to look for originality. Do you feel like you original at all, or do you feel like you just following the trend because that's gonna get you to where you need to be? Nah,
original to the bone. Like when I was coming up as a kid around other artists, back then you would get red flags just for even sounding like somebody or looking like somebody else. So I knew when it was my time to be a rapper, like I want little kids to want to be better than Big Lou one day, you know? And I can't accomplish that if I'm trying to sound like Rick Ross, or I'm trying to sound like Jeezy, or if I'm trying to sound like Youngboy, you know, like, I need to be me, you know, like, you only ever getting one of me, so why would I want to be like somebody else?
And who are you? Like, what makes you so different than any other artist that's in the industry right now?
What makes me different is whatever the people find, you know? Because I'm going to be myself, so that's for other people that pay attention to me to answer. But you'll never see me acting like something I'm not. So,
okay, so if I was to listen to your music, what would I get from your music? Like, what would I learn about you from your music?
Well, you're gonna learn about me throughout the song, you know, and one thing's for sure is you gonna get motivated, because that's like the #1 angle I like to take in my music, you know, just to try to pick somebody up in some way, you know. Even if it's a song I got for the club, you know, I may not be talking about some sad shit all the time. Sometimes I talk about how nigga just made another rack or something, you know. Anything that'll make you feel good is gonna do that, you know. And in my sad songs, I make sure it's like a light at the end of the tunnel, you know, when I'm writing all this stuff for people. So what people get from my music is good energy. I might make you wanna fuck somebody up. I might make you wanna make up with somebody, apologize to somebody, or get you some money, you know?
So
it's
when
all
you
about
say
the
your
people.
music is motivation for other people, what keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated? The high I get from when people, it's like a yin yang thing, you know, like when I see people enjoying it, I get higher than I naturally am, you know. And you know, I'm very close to God, so I naturally get a lot of my strength from spiritually, you know, so it's just a bonus to have other people appreciating what I'm doing. So I naturally pick myself up. That ain't, growing up how I did, you got to.
Okay, so you know we had David the Dude here on Vibe Check, right? And he said, in order for you really to get seen, you have to invest in yourself. Now, you being an artist, how have you invested in yourself besides going to the studio and putting time in to writing your lyrics? How have you invested in yourself?
I seen him when I just walked in. That was interesting. But how I invested in myself, like I said, in 2014, when I considered myself an artist, and I started understanding it takes more than just recording a song to get you hot. I started printing out CDs. That's when the CD game was still alive, you know. And I missed that because I could be able to run up on people and, you know, they could feed off my energy instead of just them looking at a phone and wondering if they gonna follow me or not. So, you know, I pressed up over 17,000 CDs with me and my homies. Like, I remember ringing up on 1,000 stacks of CDs like every other 2 weeks. And I had friends going to universities and stuff. I would ship them CDs and stuff. And I would take these little tour trips to Orlando, Tampa, whole Miami. Just really, you know, I feel like that gives you a real feeling in the journey instead of just looking at your phone and waiting on something to happen, you know. So I've invested in myself through hard copy CDs, posters, business cards, music videos, promotion. Everything I see major artists and labels do for themselves, I did for me, because I was always like self-managed, you know?
Okay, all right. So let's get into one of your videos. We're gonna get into one of your videos so we can be the judge of what you got going on. Introduce a video for us.
This is my video. Can I break it down a little bit before we put it up there? See, this video is interesting because I ain't even feel like I was gonna film this video off the album. It kind of was like, I need a vacation, so I'm gonna go to Dominican Republic and unwind, you know. But my homies was like, man, why you don't just film out there? You gonna be around all them Spanish girls, and you got a girl speaking Spanish on the song. So I'm like, you know what, let me do that. So here's my video, 1,000 Miles Away featuring Montrez. Check it out. Until I fly away. Nigga Maze in this bitch.
Papi, esa estúpida te está jodiendo otra vez. No te preocupes, yo te cuido. La come mierda esa, yo la voy a coger por los pelos y la voy a despingar toda. Tú vas a ver, yo a ti te quiero.
Bitch, I'm 1,000 miles away, sipping front row, you kicking my feet up. Figured I blow some cash, relax my mind, smoke reefer. Running through profit, cause bitch, I got it, fuck living cheap. I got foreign bitches naked in my suite on cocaine. Spanish bitches want me raw, fuck me for visa. She call me Dulce de Leche, I treat her sweeter. Guns keep me safe, bitch, I run bass like Derek Jeter. Blowing good out my Cohiba. I told the last bitch that I loved, I'll find another one. But For now, I got 5 free, suck me till I'm out of cum. And I'm a one-on-one, but you never find another guy like me. I think I'm perfect, and people don't want me to believe my own beliefs. It's family in my prayers and visions of me living rich with everything I want. Bali with my favorite bitch. I got some niggas in the cell who live a life like me. So I always send them cash and naked flicks of all my freaks.
I pray to God I make it rich before the heaven gates. I wanna see my family ballin' and all my niggas straight. Lord keep me safe, I roam the streets where they'll take you away. So I keep it easy on me, Lord keep the reap off me. I run the block till I can fly 1,000 miles away. Get high till I feel miles away.
I run the block, catch every drop, yeah bitch I need to pay. Fly to a private island, 1,000 miles away. 1,000 miles away, I've got to get away, yeah. I feel it in my face, I gotta see them brighter days. I roll, I smoke, I blow, I know for sure that there's a road that I really wanna take. And my mind in better space. Oh, love is clear, nothing to fear, open to feel. All I needed was a change, and now I'll never be the same. Oh, love, it's near, nothing but real. I'm trying to feel like I'm 1,000 miles away.
I pray to God I make it rich before the heaven gates. I wanna see my family ballin' and all my niggas straight. Lord keep me safe, I roam the streets where they'll take you away. So I keep it easy on me, Lord keep the reap off me. I run the block till I can fly 1,000 miles away. Get high till I feel miles away.
I run the block, catch every drop, yeah bitch I need to pay. Fly to a private island, 1,000 miles away. Yeah.
Okay, Big Lou, looked like you was having a lot of fun in that video. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
a little,
most
just a little tad bit jealous, just a little bit, just a little bit,
Most
just a little bit. But I have a question for you. This is a
Okay.
serious question. Rapper Dolph. We all know that he was murdered a few days ago. What's your take on his death? Like, we don't really know what was the reason behind his death, but you're from the streets.
Yeah.
What do you think, why do you think it happened?
Man, the natural thing is to say, niggas be hating, but at the same time, I don't be around Young Dolph. I don't really know what he got cracking off the camera. But I do know when you making that much bread, you're gonna get into it with a lot of dudes. So you never really able to really freelance, even if it's in your own city, It's unfortunate what happened to him. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. It's unfortunate what happened to him, but I just feel like I'm fucked up, I don't feel like nobody, I'm not really into that killing people shit. Like, it was fucked up that he had to go, he was putting on for a lot of people. I'm pretty sure his people going through it way more than what we even imagined. So it's just an unfortunate situation. But I can't chime in too deep because, I don't know the cause.
So they said music is an influence to the culture and to people who listen to the music, So if the music is always about violence and being in the street and getting that bag and, what are you bringing different to the table?
Yeah.
Are you bringing some positivity to the table, or are you just blending in?
Don't get me wrong, a lot of people call on that shit, But I used to listen, as far as the whole Dolph thing, I used to listen to him. He didn't really call on for it through his music. And of course, me, I'm like more that get money type of artist, or I just like to take people's mind to another place, You ain't really gonna get a negative influence from my music. It may get you hyped, you in the club, or you might feel tried by somebody and you go do something, but I'm not really a drill rapper. That ain't there for me. I get on some drill shit, but I don't rap about it. Shit.
Okay, well, I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you don't, but if you could leave us with one positive thought of the day, what would it be?
One positive thought. Always believe in yourself, believe in God, stay true to yourself. Don't let nothing make you fold. And you know, everything happens for a reason. You know, I remember going through things I felt like was leading up to nothing, but once I escaped that chapter, it meant everything in the world. You know, that as I got the title of my album, Hellstorm, because I was experiencing a storm of hell, constant things. And what that gave me today is a million things to rap about. So that's what I got for everybody.
Okay, Big Lou, I appreciate you for stopping in, catching this vibe with Vibe Check. How can they find you? Where can they, all your handles on your platform?
Okay, you could mainly link me on Instagram, I am Bigg Lou. That's IAMBIGLU. You know, that's pretty much the main thing I use to connect. You know, other apps, I may just have them the bullshit. But Instagram, you know, that's where it's at.
All right, Bigg Lou, thank you for stopping in. We truly appreciate you here on Vibe Check.
Most definitely.